I don't know what's going on. Thank you, Jesse. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what's wrong with it. No, not yet. Thank you. Well, humanitarian, I'm gonna mod you and you see, because I don't have any mods. There you go, you're modded. See if
Hey, it worked.
cool. I don't know what's wrong with my phone.
You're looking really good tonight, Lisa.
Thank you. First, my eyes were too big. Then I was nodding out. You know, the usual.
Yep. So what'd you do different today?
Nothing. Just nothing.
You don't feel like you did anything
I didn't
today?
take my Klonopin. I didn't take my Klonopin.
Okay.
That's one thing I did different.
And how do you feel?
I feel okay. I'm not like real anxious or anything.
So do you think you could feel like that's the first step in uh like realizing that if you go to rehab that you can do it?
Wonder what's going on out there. Yeah, I was tired because of, last night. So I knew if I took my prescription today, I would be like falling asleep all over the place. So I was like, I'm not doing it.
Right. And what about the Suboxone?
I take methadone.
Oh, okay. So did you take that today?
Hmm. Yep, every day.
But look at the difference without the Klonopin.
Yeah, it makes me really sleepy. Nobody believes me, but it really does.
So would rehab want you to taper down on both of them, or did you when you were gonna go,
Hmm.
did you talk to them enough, or research enough, or find out like what the plan was so you'd be
Not
ready for it?
really, but they have a psychiatrist up there, so he would probably decide if he thought I needed them. You know what I mean?
I mean, because obviously you can't quit both of them cold turkey. I mean, that would be really dangerous.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, do you have a plan in mind? Like how much longer does Abby have?
Like 3 months.
Okay. So if you are set on doing the 30-day, you could be in and out and start your brand new life before your grandbaby comes.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. I know full well you do not want to be in there after the baby comes or while the baby's coming or whatever. Even 60
No,
days.
I don't.
If there was a 60-day program, you'd still be done.
Hmm.
So, what is the main thing that's holding you back?
Um, I don't really want to leave Chase. I know that's not a good excuse, but I don't want to leave him really.
And he would stay with your parents?
Yeah, he would have to. They're the only ones that's responsible enough for that period of time.
But if they're willing to do it, and you just said you feel that they're responsible enough to do it,
Yeah.
you know he wants you to do it.
Yeah, he said to me yesterday, I said something about inpatient, and he said, "What's that?" And I explained it to him, and he said, "Well, if you can go for 30, 60 days and get off the methadone, sounds like a good deal to me." And I was like, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, you talk about him all the time, and I know you care about him, and he is smart beyond his years. And
Hmm.
I think a lot of people think that if you're not going to listen to anybody else, you would at least listen to Jace.
Yeah, I try to respect what he says, you know what I mean, as much as I can. I know my dad gets mad at me and is like, "You're the parent," but I still try to take his feelings into consideration.
And I'm sure your parents want you to go.
Yeah, my dad's kind of just like, nah, either way. He's like, I don't mind taking you. And I'm like, yeah, but I mind going. Like, it's old. It's so old.
But you know, the big thing is if you know, as much as Jace wants you to, I'm sure your other kids want you to, your parents,
Hmm.
you've got to want to do it yourself and be all in.
I do want to. I've been wanting to. I've came down before, but once I got to like 40 milligrams, I started really feeling it and got scared and stopped the decrease.
And you know, you see a lot of people in the chat here that are behind you, and a lot of people have offered to, you know, if you need someone to talk to or
Hmm.
you know, things like that. You're you may physically have to go there by yourself, but you are not alone. And like people, you know, people want to support you. People want to see that big comeback. Like somebody else said, I don't like saying other people's names, but I don't know if you've ever heard about Ashy Cat. She was in denial
Hmm.
for so long and had a baby and even did it. She's just like, enough is enough, and went and did her
Hmm.
thing and is a totally different person now. And if you're watching your chat, look at all the support you have.
No, I appreciate it. I like that a lot more than the hate, but I appreciate it. It's more inspiring to want to do better.
Right. I mean, nobody wants to be yelled and screamed at and called names and everything else. I mean, yes, I think you do need a certain extent of tough love, you
Hmm.
know, because, I mean, everybody was in your corner and really thought you were going, and, you know, and then it was just like, oh, because we knew you could do
No.
it.
Yeah, if I put my mind to something, I can definitely do it. I just got to get my mind to it.
Right? And, you know, like I said, you got so many, your family, especially, I mean, especially Jace. I know you have 4 kids, but with Jace being there with you and wanting you to go, and you know, you say you don't want to be away from him, but if he's sitting there saying, "Mom, excellent idea, go," like
Hmm.
that's really got to mean something. And the fact that you didn't take any Klonopin today, like,
I just knew if I did, I would be falling asleep everywhere. So I was like, I can't. And I'm fine.
I mean, it's a step right there. Like, that's right. What's a couple months versus the rest of your life? I mean, you have this
Hmm.
chance. I don't think there's any way that you would want to go through this the rest of your life.
No, I don't want to be on it for the rest of my life. I've been on it since I've been 19, so like my whole adult life,
Right.
I've been on it, and I hate it.
So does that mean you gotta hate it enough to want to go?
Yeah, absolutely. I do really want to go. Like I do. I remember the people up there when I was there that were getting off of it. I was like, oh, I wish that was me,
Right.
you know?
because so many other things could change too. You come on, and sometimes you're asking for money or asking for whatever, and
Mm-hmm.
you come back with a clearer mind and different situation, and you wouldn't even have to do that.
No, I wouldn't. I could get an actual job and like hold it.
Right. You absolutely can.
Yeah, I'd love to help others that aren't clean yet or just getting there or whatever. I would love to help people. That's what I like to do is help people. So that would be like a dream to be able to, help people.
Absolutely. Like you'd be really good at it, and what better person that someone that has gone through it.
Yeah, had a rough life.
You could even end up being like not even a just a like a mentor or whatever. You could do like inspirational speaking and stuff.
Yeah, I would love to. Anything that could help somebody else. I just don't like the dying, though. Like, even with the people at the clinic, you see them every day and then they overdose and then they're just gone. And that just messes with me.
That should probably
I,
be even more motivation, right? Sadly.
yeah, I don't understand if they're going to the clinic why they would still even be um, taking anything like to have fentanyl in it. You know what I mean? Like, because the methadone blocks any, you know, the age, if you know what I'm saying.
Right.
So I don't know why I don't understand it. I don't know. But people purposely have their dose down low so they can try to get high. And like, it's like a big game to some people.
Right. I know it has to be your decision, but I'm just thinking that between the motivation from your family and then not wanting, when you're seeing, people that turn around and die like that and things that
Hmm.
happen, that's got to be like a big push right there. Like, not me.
Yeah.
You want to be known for the comeback, not for being another statistic.
No, I don't want to leave the kids behind. I seen what their dad dying did to them, and I don't want to do that to them too.
Right. But you have to want it more than anything else, more than taking another Klonopin, more than putting it off.
Yeah. No, you're right. I agree with you.
And even if had some sticky notes or, some paper, whatever, every morning when
Hmm.
you wake up and whether you're feeling good, feeling bad, whatever, write something down for the reason why.
Hmm.
There can be so many different reasons. And reasons why you want to go, reasons why other people want you to go, reasons why you know you can do it, you are worth it, you are enough. Have them. You know, I'm going through cancer right now, and it has been hell. I was just at a 5-day hospital stay that messed me up from my
Mm-hmm.
treatments and everything. And the people that tell me about, you know, trying to push through and everything say, put the sticky notes around for encouragement.
Sorry to hear that.
Thank you. It's going to be a long journey, but I'm going to make it. And that's another thing, too. I, you know, different situation than yours,
Mm-hmm.
but the same in I've wanted to give up so many times and just tell them, never mind, no more treatments.
Yeah.
And I look at my kids' faces
Mm-hmm.
and listen to my mom on the phone, and I'm like, nope, I'm going. I don't care what it takes. And
It's hard.
thank you. Um, but you gotta be in that mindset and you know, keep pushing forward. That's the thing. Stay positive and keep pushing forward. Because there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Do you,
Yeah.
especially if you only, end up doing 30 days? I don't truly know if that's enough.
I don't
I
know.
think I think deep down you probably know that it's not enough. But man, if my kids were upset with me every day, like Jace is, wanting you off alive, and then he tells you that it sounds like a good idea,
Mm-hmm.
and your parents want you to go,
Mm-hmm.
like you gotta light that fire. Don't let anybody get in your ear with the negativity, and just go for it. Still got all these people in your chat telling you that you can do it and you have support. You can reach out.
I do appreciate that.
Um, there's you follow people back. There's ways to get a hold of them that they can
Mm-hmm.
support you without you having to ask for anything else. And full well that tech has all kinds of resources, and you may not even have to go as far. What was it, Baltimore or something?
Actually, I was looking at it this morning. It's like, what the hell is it called? It's in something PA, but it's like it's like a 3 or 4 hour Greyhound ride.
Hmm.
You can look it up. It's called Bowling Green Brandywine. That's what it's
Okay.
called, and it'll tell you where it is.
Somebody's asking if it's called White Deer Run.
No, right, White Deer Run is a different one. But that's one that I could go to if they had openings. Yeah.
Is that one closer?
I heard that White Deer Run's better than Bowling Green, but I've already been to Bowling Green, so I kind of know what to expect.
Yeah.
So,
You know, there's people talking in the chat about people that they've lost and things, and that
Mm-hmm.
they don't want to see you be another statistic, be someone else that didn't want it enough or didn't go in time. And
Yeah. Never would want to do that to Jace because I really don't care if I die, but the kids do. So
you do care, Lisa. You care enough about your kids. I know, you can say that, but truly,
yeah, I mean, I don't want to die, but you know, life's rough sometimes. You know.
it is. It is. You're preaching to the choir here. And this, my cancer was found on a fluke, and they had me believing that everything was precautionary when I had my biopsy,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
even when I had it, the doctor's like, it went really well. It's going to be great, whatever. And then I got blindsided on January 31st, and my life hasn't been the same since. But I'll tell you what, I fight whatever I got to do because it's going to get a lot worse. I'm going to lose my voice. I'm going to lose my hair. And there's a lot of stuff that's going
Mm-hmm.
to happen. But just like I'm hoping you decide,
Mm-hmm.
I'm worth it. My kids are worth it.
Mm-hmm.
I got a lot of life left to live.
Yeah. I hope I do. You know,
And
since they
day by
caught
day.
well, since they caught your cancer early, is that a good thing though? To for treatment?
Well, it's stage 2, which is that, I'm lucky for, but
Mm-hmm.
they're telling me that they're being that much more aggressive about it because they caught it early. And so because I kind of
Right.
thought, oh well, hey, caught it early, great, my
Right.
thumbs won't be nope. Radiation 5 days a week, chemo once a week.
Mm, I'm
And
sorry.
thank you, but you, you gotta push through it. You gotta want it, Lisa, and stick to wanting it. Like I said, don't let anybody else in your ear try to tell you that you can't or you won't. Like you get on here
Yeah.
sometimes and you are like really feisty. You were feisty when you came on here tonight, and I'm like, okay, let's turn that energy into screw the naysayers. I'm
Yeah.
doing this.
I just get tired of reading the same nasty shit over and over, and especially if it's not true. Like there's some stuff that's said that's not true, and it just is like, come on, you
Right.
know.
Well, yep, I've seen a lot of things said to you, and I've watched you for a long time and keep thinking, I know she's got this, she's gonna do this. And then when you said you were going, it was like, oh my gosh, she's really doing it. And so, you may think you're alone, or you may think that, most everybody are haters or whatever, but it's not really true. You gotta look past, I know it's hard, look past the negativity and the naysayers.
Hmm.
Um,
Now there are some that I believe truly do care and watch to make sure we're okay. You know, I do see that. I definitely do.
right. Yep.
I do. And I appreciate that because it makes me feel like somebody cares, you know.
That's right. You gotta do your best to love yourself and care enough about yourself to put yourself first and go and do it.
Yeah. I think the only regret I'm gonna have is that I didn't do it sooner.
You may feel that way, but you know what? Don't even think about regrets or anything else like that. Think about just all the positivity.
Yeah.
You know, make those notes if you have to. Like, you know, dry erase marker on your mirror. Uh, Post-it notes. Whatever it takes. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I am worth it. I am worthy. I can do this. People want me to go. I want to change my life.
I do want a different life.
I have support. Like,
Hello, everybody.
hi, Sharon.
Hello.
Hey, true humanitarian. I think that was his name. He asked me if I was going to be nice. I'm a nice person. I'm not nasty. I don't get nasty. I mean, sometimes do I say things to the point? Yeah, but I try. I won't curse in somebody's life because I know, it's the easiest way to get a life taken down. So I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to. I really don't have to preach, but you know, uh, people do generally care about you. I mean, a lot of people do get aggravated. I
Mm-hmm.
could be one of them, but people do
I
generally
understand that.
care.
I
Um,
do understand that though.
they want what's best for you, what's best for your kids.
Mm-hmm.
You got to want to do what you got to do. I mean, just bite the
Mm-hmm.
bullet and just take care of business. What you got to take care of,
Right.
because you don't want that little boy. I've told you this in the past. You don't want that little boy getting up and finding you on the floor. That is the absolute worst thing that could ever happen to that kid's life. Absolutely the worst. Because my
Yeah.
my
No, I know.
my 34-year-old son, who's 34 now, just 3 years
Mm-hmm.
ago, found my 37-year-old son on the floor, not due to hugs, due to seizures, and he tried to
Mm-hmm.
save him with CPR. He has to live with that because his brother died. He would have been 40 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't due
Yeah.
to hugs, but it's a horrible thing to have to live with.
It's traumatizing.
Trauma, trauma.
Yeah. It's very I've I had to say big coal 15 times. 15.
And you
And
know how you felt, correct?
yeah, as an
And,
adult.
and and you're saying, and I'm sure you're still carrying that with you.
Oh yeah. I
And
could
you
still
know you don't
see
want
it.
that. You know you don't want that for that boy. You know you don't.
Oh no.
And that is one smart kid.
No, I'd never want
I seen
yeah,
Cole
them to
Jr. in
see
here
anything like
before.
that.
I see Cole Jr. in here before. I guess that's your other son.
Mhm.
I mean, he's seen what happened to his dad. You would think he would take that and
Mhm.
run with that and know that, that's what happened to his dad.
Yep. He was
He's
really
got
close
he's
with his
got
dad
you. I
too.
mean, you got
Mhm.
to try to do it for, if you don't want to do it for yourself, you got to want to do it for yourself, but you got to do it for those kids, especially that little boy. You don't want him traumatized, especially you say that you love him. You got to
Yeah.
try. You got to try to improve your situation. I mean, like the lady in the box, what's her name? Simply Sadie. She's gone through cancer.
Sandy.
I went through cancer the second time around, the same exact kind of cancer that they swore
Mhm.
to me it came back 18 years later. I went through that
Mhm.
and I went through chemo and I suffered. And then it
I'm
wasn't a
sorry.
year later that my son died. My mother died first,
Oh, I'm sorry.
and then my son right after that. So I have to live with
Parents
that every
shouldn't bury
day.
their kids.
No,
Parents should not
no,
bury their children.
no. I look at my son's urn every day that's sitting in my room. That's what I have to look at. You don't want your son to have to look at an urn every day and say, "Mom, why did you do this?"
Right.
because it's horrible, horrible. Why? Can I ask you why do you have that filter on? I mean, I
I
don't
don't
think you
know
need a filter, but it's kind of goofy
because
looking.
first they were saying I was coked up, then they were saying I was nodding, so I just put it on so that I don't have to hear that.
Oh, are you
I know how you
tired
can be
right
very
now? Are you
a
tired?
little bit, not really. Just
Mm-hmm.
kind of chilling, listening.
Is your son is home now? He's sleeping.
Yeah, he got worn out. He was with his brother all day, and then I took him to the park too, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he
Did you
fell
did
asleep.
you guys ever get to go to the movies last week?
No, we didn't end up going.
No. How was that
We didn't.
basketball game on Monday? How'd that work out?
They won. It was good. Um, we are still gonna go to the movies though, and I saw that Beetlejuice 2 is coming out. I really want to take him to see that too.
Mm-hmm.
I think he'd really like that, and I would like to see it myself.
Well, that's a
So,
step going in the right direction. You go do positive things. The bike ride's a good thing. The movies is a good thing. But the biggest thing is, like you said, you want to get off of that, that methadone or what? Yeah, that's what
yeah,
it's called, methadone.
methadone.
You want to
Mm-hmm.
get off of that because I'm sure just by going to that clinic every day, it's got to be draining just doing that.
Oh, I gotta wake up and then call my dad. Are you up? Yeah. And then he's here a half hour later,
Hmm.
drive all the way out to take a drink and then go. It's so
Right.
silly.
That has to be draining alone just doing that. You can
Mm-hmm.
get a Medicaid ride. You could do that also. Medicaid does that. It's called Logisticure. They now call it Motive Cure. I'm right in the state next to you, so it's probably all the same. They could pick you up and
Okay.
they could bring you home. You just have to make arrangements in advance. You can't call the last minute.
I've seen people come on like the access buses, but with us,
No,
they
this is
just gotta
separate.
be
This is
like,
like a cab ride. They'll send an Uber
oh,
or a
okay.
Lyft ride. They'll send it right out to you. You just tell them how many people are going to be in there, and
Mm-hmm.
you can make up to a week in advance, and you
Mm-hmm.
and it's easy. So if you
Hmm.
got to be there by like say 7 o'clock, tell them you got to be there by
Mm-hmm.
6:30, and that way they'll get you there. You'll be there by 7 o'clock,
Yeah.
and then when you're done with your
Okay.
appointment, you call them back, and they come back and pick you up. So that would
I'll have
take
to
some
look into
stress off
that.
your father.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what else I worry about because he says it don't bother him. He enjoys doing it, but some days you can tell he doesn't.
Right.
It's every day. So,
I mean, that's something you could do. That takes some stress off of him. But the biggest thing
hmm
is try to see if you could get in your state because I don't think with Medicaid, I don't know if you could go out of state. That I'm not sure on. I never had to deal with that. But try to see in your state if you could get somewhere that you could get a bed and get in there. Let the boy go be with your mom and dad. He'll have a little
yeah.
vacation. You'll have your vacation to try to get yourself all straightened out. But
hmm
just let me just warn you on one thing. If you go away, let's say if you go away for 90 days, let's use that as an example. My nephew who
hmm
lives up in Pennsylvania went into a place for 90 days. And
Okay.
when he left there, they gave him money. He talked to his
hmm
mom the same night, my sister, and she
hmm
said, I'll come pick you up. And he said, Nope, I'll see you in the morning. So what I'm going to tell you now
hmm
is quite upsetting. She got a knock on her door the next morning that her son was found dead in a hotel room. And how they found
hmm
her, he was so high because apparently he tried doing the same dose that he did before he went into rehab. He
That's
cut
what, yeah.
he cut her telephone number into his arm, carved it into his arm.
Oh my
They wouldn't even let her
goodness.
see him after he was dead.
That's terrible.
Yes,
That's
that's
so
my sister has to
sad.
live with that every day that she didn't go pick him up. And I have one other relative that she had an accident. Their spleen was taken out. She was in quite a bit of pain, so she got hooked up on the hugs. And this
hmm
was prescribed from a doctor.
Yeah.
And her grandmother worked with the state, so she fast tracked it to get her into a rehab, which she was going to go on a Monday. She said,
Mm-hmm.
here's what she said, Grandma, she said, my friends are going to take me out for a little party. She says, because I know I'm going to be going away for a while. She says, all right. She says, I'll see you in the morning. Oh, she found her in the morning, found her dead on the bathroom floor because she did too much of whatever she was doing. She never even got to make it, never had that chance to even get into the rehab. I think she was about
Sad.
21. And my nephew would probably be about 33 by now because they were right in back of my son, the ages. They were all like born a year apart. But if you do go in, if you come out and you say, well, I'm going to do this again, don't ever try doing the same dose because it won't work for you. It's horrible. It's horrible. Maybe I should tell you this, maybe I shouldn't, but you want to go in to get clean and say, you know what? I did it. I did it. I did it for me. I did it for my
Mm-hmm.
kids.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you could sit here, I could talk a blue streak, but it's up to you to want to do it.
Yeah, I do. Even the last time when my mom went in the hospital, like it was my idea to call and see if they had a bed, and I was just so fed up with the clinic,
Hmm.
and like I did
And
that
your
all
mom was
myself.
safe and sound. Your mom was more safe and sound in that hospital than you were out on the street. So,
Yeah.
but you felt bad. Hey, I had to watch my mom die on a messenger video because that's just when I had my cancer surgery. She didn't even know I had cancer again. I wouldn't tell her. I had to watch her die. I had to get my nephew to the hospital and watch her die on a messenger video. You know how I
Oh
feel?
my goodness.
I feel horrible, horrible that I couldn't be there. Of course, I was flipping out in the hospital. They had to give me medicine to calm me down. I
Yeah.
go through a lot of crap, a lot of crap. I'm 62 years old and I go through a lot of crap. I have a lot of medical conditions myself. You know what? I push myself every day. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Because I got two other sons and I have a husband. That's why I push
Yeah.
myself. I think I push myself more for them than I do for myself. But it's not easy. You got to really put your best foot forward, and you really got to try. You want to
Yeah.
try, right?
Oh yeah. I would love to get back to where I was 5 years ago and just have a better life
You
and
got a new baby coming. You got a lot of things to look forward to. At least you got that chance to see a grandbaby coming.
yeah.
You got that
Yeah.
chance. Now, before that baby, I don't know how far along she is, 5, 6, 7 months or whatever. You got a few months to pull yourself together.
Yeah.
And if she decides to give the baby away, you tried, you clean yourself up. You can't say at least you didn't try. At least you tried
Yeah.
then.
I mean, it's ultimately up to her, but I did tell her if she needs any help or whatever she needs,
Right, but
I will help her.
you got to be in a good shape for you in order to help her.
Yeah.
You
No,
have to
you're
be
right.
in a good position yourself to be able to help her. And
Yeah.
then maybe she keeps the baby, then things will work out and she'll say, "You know what? She really pulled herself together. She did it." That's what you want to hear her say.
That's what I want all four of them to say because they've all hated the clinic their whole lives. I
Right.
want them all to say that.
And I'm very shocked with Cole Jr. wanting to be the way he is. God, do you need a brick to hit you in the face? He's seen his dad go.
He was a straight A student, a great kid.
Right.
Then his dad passed. He went over to Cole's mom's house, and within like 6 months, he was a totally different kid.
Hmm.
He was doing
Because it
drugs, he
traumatized
was
him.
smoking.
He's covering up his pain with that, and
Hmm.
that's what he's doing. And you don't want that for Jace. You don't want that for him. Personally, if it was me,
No,
I don't even think I'd let Jace be alone with him. I would be scared. What if the kid touches something over there? He gets into something.
yeah.
You never know. Things happen.
No, you don't never know. You're right.
Excuse me, JB's treats. I'm not coddling her. I'm talking to her nice as a human being.
As a human
So
being, excuse
if
us.
you want to call it coddling, call it what you want. I don't care who likes it. I'm talking like a human being to another person. Okay? She's human. I'm human. We all have flaws. We all have flaws. So if you don't like it, scroll on. Stage left. Goodbye. If you
I
don't
tell
like
them
it,
that
that's what
all the
I got to
time.
say. Welcome
I'm
to the
like,
block party.
nobody's making you be here.
I'm not screaming at her. I didn't come in here to scream at her. I didn't come in to do that to be mean. It's just maybe she needs a little more awakening, a little more, let me think about this. Maybe somebody's going to put something in my head that could really help me. And if I could help her like that, I'm going to try. At least I know I tried.
Yeah, this screaming and name calling does nothing. Trust me. It just makes
It's
me
not going to help
laugh.
nobody. It's not going to help nobody. I mean,
It doesn't.
sometimes things in your life were funny. I got to say that with the roach thing on the wall and stuff. I mean, I kind of thought that was funny, but you know what? Screaming and yelling,
Yeah.
that's not going to help. That's not going to help. If anything, screaming and
No.
yelling, I'm going to do something all the more just to piss the person off. Really.
Yeah.
Let me ask you something about the dog. How's the dog? I haven't heard the dog all night. Is the dog still okay?
Yeah, he's over right here next to
Yeah,
me,
because
laying
he's
down.
quiet. He's usually barking.
Yeah.
Did you finally get the dog's nails cut?
Yeah, I got them cut that day. I said that I got them cut. I know nobody believed me, but yeah, we got them cut that day.
No, that was good. That was good.
It needed done. He would not let anybody near his freaking paws.
Yeah, I got a dog like that too. That's why I have to take it to the vet. The groomers won't touch my dog, and my dog will try to rip their hands off.
Yeah, they get it done. I don't know how, because even when his nails get long, sometimes he'll get like stuck in my shirt, just like
Because
snagged or
they wind up
something.
taking the dog in the back, so you don't have to hear him
He
screaming and
won't.
yelling. They take the dog in the back. Because I don't want to hear
Yeah,
my
I
dog
wouldn't.
crying or whatever to get the nails done. But we have to go, and it costs me $45 every time I do it with the vet. I mean,
Yeah,
if I
that's how
took him to
much
the
it was.
groomer, it's $10. I got to pay extra because this dog does not like the nails done.
Yeah, that's how much it was. I think it was because it was a vet, but I don't
They
know.
charge
But
more. You got to
yeah,
keep up with it. You got to keep up with it. How about let me ask you something? You
it's a
got
little two
The
pound
Amazon. You
shit.
got the Amazon thing. You got a lot of cleaning products. I see it was off
Mm-hmm.
that list. Did you at least get that taken care of with the cleaning?
Oh yeah, the house has been like cleaned up. Like the only like yeah, Abby's room was bad, but we got that cleaned up, and then the rest of the house wasn't. I mean, it's like cluttered, but it's not like dirty. So I've been keeping it clean. I threw a lot of stuff away, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and
Do it
it's been
like
a
I
lot
said to my
cleaner.
friend who couldn't clean. I said, do one section a day. One section. Take a half hour a day, do one section. Within a week, you have your whole place done.
Yeah.
And at 11 years old, he could help you too.
He helps when he wants to. I don't like force him to, but if he's in the mood, he does a good job. But yeah, I usually just do it myself. But
I think what you should do now at this point in the night, because you've already been on for, I guess, about 45 minutes, I think you should take the filter off. Let people see your face that if you look okay, whatever. Let them see your face. And then just remove the filter. I mean, you don't have to hide yourself.
no, I mean, it was more like a funny thing too, because they were saying there
Well,
was.
the one lady sitting here, she does a little bit at a time due to her depression and anxiety. Let me tell you something. I find with me, cleaning is
Hmm.
therapy for me. I love cleaning. I've always loved cleaning. And I got yelled at after my son passed that I went to clean his room and do those things right away. His girl was upset, but you know what I said?
Here
Listen, it
we
needed
go.
to be done. And I did it. I got it done. I don't like a mess. I'm not a person that likes a mess. I can't stand a mess. So, but cleaning for me, everybody's different. Cleaning for me is therapy. But
Yeah,
that's just
see,
me.
mess makes my anxiety go through the roof, but I have a hard time getting up to clean it. I feel like overwhelmed, and then I'll
Then
just sit
that's why
down and
you
be
do a
like,
little
fuck
at a
it.
time. Do a little at a time. Even if it's 15 minutes a day, do a little at a time. Do one room at a time.
I'll
Half
come out
hour.
like a damn maniac. I'll have a broom in one hand, my mop in the other. I'm doing the kitchen and I'm doing this, and Jason's like, "What the hell's wrong with you?" I'm like, "I'm just trying to I'm trying to get it all done." You know what I
Well,
mean? I don't
don't
know.
make yourself crazy. Do one section at a time or one room at a day, one room in it, at a time. And that's how you get things
Mhm.
done. And before you go to bed at night, make sure your dishes aren't in the sink. Just tidy up because guess what? When you get up in the morning, your house is clean. That's how I
Right.
look at it. And I got guinea pigs too, and I got to
Yeah, I
care
mean,
after them. And
there
I
are
don't want to smell
things
that, so I do it every day.
like every night I got Jace will come in and be like, "Can you shake off my bed? I'm, getting ready for bed." Because I don't know why he makes me fix his bed every single night, but I do it for him.
Well, he's a kid. Do it because you know why you can do it. Do it.
Yeah, I get up
I
and I
mean,
do it.
yep, because you never know. Anything could happen. I know firsthand
You're
experience.
right.
Anything could happen, and then you know what? It's too late to say, "Boy, I should have did this or I should have did that." Did I learn a lot of things over the past couple of years? I absolutely did. Would I have done things different if I could have? Sure,
Oh yeah.
sure, I would have. But I'm going to get out of the box and just really, really think about things that people talk about. Nobody has to come in to be mean, and just give it a try. Give it a try. Try to call, even if you have to call your insurance company. Ask them if they could
Okay.
find you a place that's in your state, somewhere that's
Mhm.
not that far away.
Mhm.
I'm sure there's plenty places. Probably even your local emergency room could even help you.
I'll have to look into that.
So just give it a try. All right,
Okay.
nice
Thank
chatting with
you.
everybody. Everybody, but no screaming and yelling. There's no need for it. All right, I'm gonna say goodnight.
Take care,
All
Sharon.
right. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye. She was nice.
Yep. See, you get a lot further. I've seen you on enough lives to see that when people come at you sideways, it just makes you more mad, makes you shut down even more. And I know you're thinking, screw that, I'm not doing what they want, or
Yeah.
I'm not doing it. it kindness goes a long ways.
Yeah.
Stephanie,
It
are you
does.
back?
I mean,
No, she's having internet issues.
could be
You there,
that, or maybe
Stephanie?
the app. The app might be messing up. I don't know. Mm.
Hello, Stephanie. Yep, I agree. Matching energy is such a peaceful vibe tonight. I agree.
Oh my gosh, it's almost 10 o'clock now. How long was I on
Yeah.
here? Time flies on here.
Yeah, you've been on a while and then you had to come back, so
And it didn't even fix.
yep. And I think it goes faster too when people are, offering help and support and
Yeah,
listening, being understanding. We're
I
not
agree with
frozen.
you.
Are you frozen?
No,
Uh,
I'm not frozen.
somebody's asking. Hmm.
Hmm.
You know,
Really?
your number's a lot lower of viewers because people
Because
like
there's
that
no
drama
fighting. They like the drama. Hmm.
and all that, and they come by and see, oh, it's peaceful. Lisa's not asking for anything. She's looking really
Hmm.
good. Got to go somewhere else to find some
Yep.
drama.
I don't want those people here anyway, so that's fine with me.
Hello.
There you go. Now we can hear you.
Oh, you see, I was doing it from my tablet, and you couldn't hear.
Oh, okay.
So I'm sorry about that. Lisa, I've been watching you for a couple years, and I see what people, you know, they come after you really hard. And that woman Sharon or whatever, and I understand she was giving you like great advice or whatever, but
Hmm.
also she's part of that one weird mom.
Okay, I gotcha.
And I don't, you know what I mean? Like, and I feel like they're honestly using you for contact.
Oh, I called her out on it because I went over
Yeah,
there to talk to her and I had to be a subscriber. I was like, yeah, you're using me for money, bitch. No.
yeah.
And then she lied about it and said that that didn't happen. And I was like,
Yeah,
bye, I'm out of here.
I tried to confront her about it too because she's trying to say whatever. And I don't mean to bring up shit, whatsoever. But she says, about her son and she's using it for resources, but she's not giving you resources. Like, come on now. Like, there's
No.
so many other people on this app that has given you resources, like tech, Pastor Patty. I feel like
Hmm.
they get through to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's not getting through
I
to you.
respect
And
them. Yeah.
yeah, and they don't freaking screen record you or nothing, and like that's disgusting. I'm
Mm-mm.
sorry, like, and it makes me upset, and I'm gonna get like upset about it. Like, that's disgusting that they do that to you. So watch who you let up in your box and who you speak to also. Lisa, you, and honestly, I kind of like been where you're at, like, like in different circumstances.
Hmm.
um and I want to see you get better and I want to see you get help, but use the right tools and right people to help you. Like, I believe
Right.
tech and can help you, and which will call it, you might not be at the point where you realize you need help, and I understand that. You actually look really good. Like today, like I feel like you're
Thank you.
definitely with it. You know what I mean? Like, and you're definitely
Hmm.
not um attacking. You know what I mean? You're very calm. So I'm not accusing you of using any kind of, anything or whatever, but you're very calm. There is a difference in the way you have been in the past. And,
Mm.
people recognize different things, but, you're, um, and I'm glad you're listening or whatever. And I'm sure that Sharon woman, did, say good things or whatever, but
Hmm.
they're going to use that for content. I'm not here for that. Like, I'm not here for that at all. Um, I'm sure that one weird mom is live streaming you right now. She has me blocked because I spoke up on it because I don't think it's fair to do that. Like Tech, Pastor Petty, they don't do that to you. You know what I mean? Like, and I think that's so wrong. And there's so many others that do it to you too. But I'm just saying
Hmm.
those are like big names that do it to you, but they don't do that to you. And I feel like they really do have the best interest for you. Like they really do want to help you. I watched that day with Pastor Petty.
I love him. I do. I love
Yeah,
Pastor Petty.
and
He's so
I'm
funny.
happy that you respect him. I'm happy you
Hmm.
respect him because I'm not saying like he's, professional to say, but he really did like walk you through something that day. like I don't want to get into what we saw. Um, but thank God he was on the live with you. Put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
Lisa, honestly, I've been watching you for a while. Uh, you know, I'm not going to bring up how I started watching you or whatever because I'm not going to put you in that category because or anything. It's not even category. That was the wrong word to use. I'm not going to, you know, say how I started watching you, and I have donated to you, and I actually was a subscriber to you also. I like
Oh,
you, Lisa. Which we call it, and I could
thank
see you,
you.
and which we call it. I heard you expressing earlier, whatever you want to be a nurse, right?
Yeah, that was what
And
I wanted to be. Yeah.
and which we call it. I feel like if you know, I know you go against if you need rehab or not, but from what I hear, everything. I don't want to accuse you of nothing or whatever, but I'm saying like if you get the help that you need, you go to like a program to be like a medical assistant. And a medical assistant, it only takes about um I guess it depends on state, but like 9 months. And the schooling is honestly not that hard. And I know you could do the schooling because you're very smart. I'm sorry, I feel you're very smart. And you get through it. And you could be so successful, but like you have to kind of like clean yourself up, like, and I don't mean it in a mean way of clean yourself
No,
up, but I
I
mean like
know. I'm
you understand what
self-aware,
I'm
You said
trust
saying?
that
me.
and I had
Yes, I
sense.
Yeah.
do.
And
I do.
if it includes to get yourself off the mat, that might help too. But I
Mm-hmm.
think you would enjoy that because it's like to become an RN, it takes a lot. And I know like me personally, like that's a lot like long term. But you know what I mean? Like you really have to like dedicate yourself um to
Right.
that. But a
It's a lot
medical
of work.
assistant's
Yeah.
like short term, but you're involved still with the medical experience of it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But you could definitely do that.
True humanitarian. You're a great moderator. He's a great moderator. I'm keeping him if he wants to stay. He's wonderful. I'm just watching the things he's doing because it'll tell me what he's doing, and he's just wonderful.
See, I
Hi,
don't even
Lisa.
look at the comments 'cause they're probably like dogging me, like so. I don't even know, but Lisa, I have hope in you, and I hope that you could,
Thank you.
and I see hope in you. I really do. I know you'll end up
Thank you.
doing it for your children, and you will.
Yeah, I
Hi,
definitely
Lisa.
would. Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
Well, I'm doing good. I have been following you for a while now.
Okay.
I'd say maybe a year and a half, maybe a little longer. I'm not sure. Um, I was on here this evening, and I see that you said you're sober.
Mm-hmm.
Are you not going to the methadone clinic no more?
Well, yeah, I took my methadone and a boost bar and
Okay,
my Zoloft. Those were the three things I took today.
okay. Because I know, like, I've seen you in the past, and you were so like, if you don't get to go, you're not okay. And tonight you're like very chilled, very laid back. You're not flipping out on nobody. So you're not just on your anxiety medicine and your antidepressant medicine. So you
Yeah,
are under,
it's depression.
right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So my thing is to you, I mean, you can take it as you want. I'm a recovering addict. And saying that you're sober, you need to be off of everything, sweetie. Do you see
I
what I'm saying?
agree.
And
Yeah,
that's
I
just coming
agree.
from somebody who's been through it. And I would be honest, as long as I've been watching you,
Mhm.
I know you're going to struggle. You're going to struggle hard. Because I have never,
Mhm.
and I don't agree with it, and everybody can dog me, do what you want to do. I don't agree with Suboxone and methadone clinics. I did it cold turkey. And I was on the H, I was on the rugs, I was on it all, sweetie. There's nothing out there I have not tried.
Mhm.
And I know where you live, and I know where you're at. You know what I'm saying? I know you're in the down, like, where everything, it's hands to you, right? You have access to
They
everything,
come
right?
after they come after me. Hey,
Yeah,
you want to
I,
party?
I,
I
I've
walk
been
to the
there, girl. I
park and
mean, I
they're
don't live in the
all
best
over me.
area. I don't. So
Mhm.
my thing is, you, yourself, has to want it. For me, and when I tell you I've tried everything and been in there, girl, it was hard. But I
Yeah.
got tired of giving that one guy my money every mother
Mhm.
effing week. Do you see what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So
Oh,
my thing
yeah.
is today, you hurt me when heard you say that you're sober, and honey, you're not. Don't say those words. You're not, baby. You're not. Because I've seen you when you've been that sick. Like, oh, she needs
Yeah.
that. She needs that. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm. Yeah.
From someone who's been there, you know.
Yeah.
But get there. You can get there. You can.
I'm
Okay.
trying. That's what I want more than
Hey,
anything.
you need it in your heart. You need it. You need it.
Mhm.
You can get there. I've seen you. Okay.
Okay.
Huh?
I appreciate it.
She definitely needs off the mat, but also like you can't keep on saying what you call it, that she's not sober because of that. If she believes in her heart that she's sober off the mat, then let her, what you call it, and then realize she has to come down from it. Like it's not all right, but she's sober off of something else. Do you understand that part of it?
Amen. Thank you. Yolanda, where do you get this whole thing of if you're on mat, you're not sober? She's not doing the drugs she was doing.
I totally understand
Exactly.
that. I totally understand that. Okay.
No,
But
you don't.
when you go to those clinics, okay, you get a buzz off of them.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
I can argue with
I've
you all
done them.
day. I've been
I
in
bought them
recovery
off the
for
street,
2
baby
years.
girl. You're not gonna sit here and tell me you don't. I've bought them off the street. I bought them off the dope man.
Okay,
Yes, you
and
do.
Matt saves lives. That's all I'm going to say.
You
Goodbye.
do get high off them. I bought them off my dope man.
Okay.
I don't believe she gets high off of them, but it controls her from using something else. And
Because she's been on them so long. That's why she don't get high
Right.
off of
That's what I
them.
was gonna say. Yeah. I have the tolerance to it. Yeah.
it controls something, but she's not. If you're using Matt, whatever, but it's stopping her from going into the street. Her issue is something different. I
Absolutely.
don't know if you know her story. It has something to do with the letter K. I don't know what words I could use, and that's something different than Matt. And that's an anti-anxiety medicine, so it's something different. All right. And I'm not accusing her of using it. I'm just saying that's what she's had brought up in her conversations and being on her lives. And I'm not accusing her of using it whatsoever. But there's a different, it's a different, I don't want to say, I got to watch my words. So, and I'm getting upset about it because there's a difference. I worked in an emergency room, and I dealt with my own issues too, so I know the difference. But I gotta watch what I say on TikTok because I don't want to get her shit banned. So but you have to understand what you're speaking about also. Sorry. And I'm
Hey,
not
Stephanie.
defending her. I'm not defending her, but I'm just speaking facts.
I just want to step in here really quick. First of all, Stephanie, I really have liked what you've said as far as supporting her. I've also been a follower of Lisa for a while. And after every live that I've ever joined, you know, I get hate messages, you know, I'll be honest, because they say people that are being nice to Lisa are enabling.
Yeah.
But my fact is, like, you know, when you listen to the police scanner or your local news and you hear somebody that's overdosed and they've been given Narcan or something, and that's their last straw, that, you know, everybody's rock bottom is different. And my friends and my family never gave up on me. So I'm really hoping that we are all here to be witnesses to a super successful story versus a negative statistic. By the way, my sobriety date is 8/03/2016. I do believe Matt saves lives. If it's taken as directed, not with any other medications that Lisa has admitted to taking or abusing. When it's not taken in its correct proportions, yes, you probably can get a buzz or a high. But if it is taken as the doctor prescribes it, in its exact milligrams, not medication, milligrams, it's not meant to get you high. Can you get it high? Right. Yes, with other medications that you're not supposed to be taking it with, that Lisa has admitted to taking along with it. Matt does save lives. Thank you, Texas. I'm just here to support Lisa, though. But, you know, if you're on 50 milligrams a day, you take 50 milligrams a day, not 55, not 60. You don't take it with your anti-anxiety medications unless it's being given by the doctor that's giving you your MAT medication. You don't go doctor hopping, which, you know, people have also admitted to doing. One doctor, you know, one list of medications, not here, there, urgent care, primary, recovery doctor. One doctor gives you your medication because they don't communicate. Even if they say they do, you don't tell your doctors your list of all your medications. Even if you say you do, we're addicts, right? We lie, we cheat, we steal. But Lisa, I'm here. I'm always a supporter. I would love to stay up in the boxes just so I can jump in and out. I am cooking dinner. But Stephanie, I really have enjoyed what you've had to say. Because we don't, as recovering alcoholics and addicts, we don't have to put somebody down. We don't have to agree to what she's doing. But by all means, you know what? I'm going to be here to support her and cheer her on when she gets to that finish line. But there's nothing we can say or do to get her there. She's got to be that person that's going to put one foot in front of the other and do that race herself, not us. One thing that I've learned in my recovery is I can't want her recovery or her sobriety more than my own, because then that's putting her before me, and nobody's coming in front of my sobriety but me and my God.
So true. So true. So
yeah,
true.
I have a question.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
My question
That
for
was
Lisa
like
is,
beautiful.
if she's taking methadone, then why is she even abusing other substances when it will trick your brain receptors into thinking you've had a narcotic? So what is the purpose of taking the other medications?
So the medications
when
you are in a MAT recovery program are meant to block the brain receptors that say, hey, I'm taking this to get high. What it's meant to do, it's there for you to take so you don't take the other medications to get high.
But that's what she's doing, correct?
When taken in large doses, yes, it's going to happen with other medications.
Well, that's what I'm saying is my question, I guess, is if she's taking methadone, which in turn makes your brain think you've had a narcotic when you technically haven't, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
if you're doing that, well, then why is she taking other medications when it's not going to work? It ain't gonna,
because she's not ready for recovery.
You know what I mean?
She's not getting the high that she wants and she's used to.
She still wants.
She don't know any better.
High, even though she wants recovery, she's wanting that high this much more than recovery.
She's missing that demon.
She must not understand how the MAT program really works.
Amen. Amen.
No, I think she does. I think she's just making the wrong choice right now.
Yeah, because she's
But
definitely
that's
going
the
to. If she's
whole
trying to
thing
get
with the
high,
MAP program. The MAP program doesn't teach you that. Also, you have to understand
It
that.
does
Also,
if she would go to the classes. They offer
You
classes.
you need to
They
be
offer
in
classes.
intensive IOP with Matt. You
They,
know,
they
you
there's
can't
offer.
just
not a
take
lot of
it.
education in mental health, and there's not a lot of education in mental health and drug use. There is not. She could sit in classes all day long. Same thing with parenting classes. You could sit there and all day long, but it doesn't matter because it's not going to change you to be a parent. You know what I mean? Like, so you have to understand that too. Like, I don't know how to else describe it, because if you're not getting it, you can't get it. You know what I mean? Like,
Can
I
I
don't
ask
know.
you guys a question? Was any of you guys on here last week watching her and she could barely keep her eyes open?
What is she doing now?
And today you can actually see her eyes today. That says something right there. Guarantee she got her medication last week and abused every bit of it, and she's sick this week.
Yep.
You want to bet? I would put money on it. It makes sense. It makes sense.
Of course. Of course. No, but honestly too, like if she got her medication also, she'd be high as hell too.
No, what I'm
Because
saying is she went to the methadone clinic today. Okay, she's too calm to even deal with us. And she went and got her medicine, you know what I'm saying? But I guarantee the medicine she gets monthly, weekly, whatever it is, the other medicine that nods her out, I guarantee she doesn't have none of it. She gets it next week. I mean, come on, guys. It's only common sense if you was on here last week and all the comments like, open your eyes, open your eyes. You're nodding out, you're nodding out, you're nodding out. Come on.
Yeah.
So you're saying, wait. Can I ask you a question?
Go
You
ahead.
think she got her medicine this week?
No, if you guys were on here last week, okay? The whole week, all week last week, she was nodding out. You couldn't see her eyelids. Everyone was telling her, open your eyes, open your eyes, open your eyes. Okay, today is what? Saturday? And you can see her eyelids today? I mean, you can actually see her eyes? You can see what color they are? Come on. It's only common sense.
So then technically she would be out of meds right now.
She's dope sick. Come on. She needs money to see the dope man.
Yep.
But she's not even asking for money.
Oh, come on. We know why Lisa's on here, bro. That's the only
But
time she
she's
comes
not-
on here.
Right, but I'm not arguing. I'm not gonna say I'm not arguing with you. She does always beg, but she is not begging today, and she kind of looks sober, and she's not looking. She's not looking. She's not asking for money, and I'm not defending her in any way, but I'm just asking you.